What is up, guys? This is Alchemy, and I'm back with a new tier list. Today, we're going to be ranking skill sets, different skills which you can have, all the way from S tier, meaning super useful, long term, and short term, and D tier, meaning wastage of time, do them only if you absolutely love them. Starting with number one, stage speaking, presenting skills, public speaking skills. Alright, this is basically S tier. We all know this one. If we can speak publicly, especially on stage, smoothly, confidently, absolutely a banger skill to have. This opens so many doors for you, so many opportunities for you, makes your career path basically easier than the rest of the pack. Next, we have video editing, DTS skill, because this will not make you any money. Video editing, the thing is, do it only if you absolutely love the craft and you can do it for the love of the game, because you are not going to be earning any money from this. You can't make this your career in 2026. Please, let's just accept this, because there are way too many video editors on the market, way too many mediocrely skilled video editors on the market, especially. And if you are just starting out in this niche, it's very hard for you to get started anyways, because there's so much competition. Okay, only if you are an elite video editor, then maybe you can earn some money, but to become the elite you need to go through the level 1s and level 2s, which is basically impossible at this point, because again there's so much competition. Next, we have social skills. I'll put it in B. Social skills can be a double edged sword if you're not careful. Okay, so social skills will get you a lot of friends, will get you into rooms which you still don't think that you deserve to be in. It will get you opportunities, it will get you connection with people that are necessary for your growth. Okay, you know what I mean, networking and stuff. But at the same time, it's very easy to make fool of yourself and to reduce your value into the group if you are too social. If you just appear every single day and you don't maintain a little bit of scarcity in your appearance, people will just take you for granted and you are just going to become the laughing stock of the group. So B tier, it's a double-edged sword. Next, we are talking about sense of humor. Another B tier skill. Sense of humor is separate here, because these days you can make money out of sense of humor by making funny reels or doing stand-up comedy, that type of stuff. Okay, so it's a separate skill. I've not placed it within social skills, although sense of humor is a big part of social skills anyways. Sense of humor is B tier because it's not absolutely stupid to have social skills. Like, you can still make a lot of friends, your social skills will be upgraded anyways if you have good sense of humor. But at the same time, again, this is also a double-edged sword. You can make self-deprecating jokes which others will love to laugh to. Okay, you can make very self-deprecating, very self-harming jokes. You can literally target yourself through your jokes and people will laugh, and that will count as good sense of humor. But what are you gaining by disrespecting yourself, right? And so if you're not careful, you can make a fool out of yourself. B tier. All right, next we have household chores. C tier. Household chores are not completely useless, but the thing is, these days you get robot vacuum cleaners, okay, who will basically clean the floor of your house. We are already seeing various companies experimenting with AI cooking machines, all right, although they are not anywhere near to perfection where they could become like a public consumer sort of a product, but still, like, we are seeing companies try. And in 10 years, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a machine which can actually be potentially a good consumer product. And so I don't think household chores are that important of a skill anymore, simply because of machines and stuff. But still C tier, because those machines are going to be expensive, and so it's still better if you know how to do these things. Next, we are going to be talking about art, and I put it B tier again. Art will not make you any money. Let's face it, AI can generate like really good images these days. Like, it's almost fooling so many people. Unless the picture is just outrageous, AI can make really realistic content. And when it comes to art as well, AI can do a lot of things. The reason why I've not put AI in D tier is only because to make the AI make the art, you still need to write a creative prompt, and that is art in and of itself. And so art does not really 100% die, at least not till now. So be it, yeah, like do it if you love it. You can potentially earn some money through it. You can impress a bunch of people through your art if you are really good at it. Personally, if you ask about me, I would place art as S tier because I love sketching and stuff, and it's a really deep and good flow state activity for me. But it's not for everyone. A lot of people hate the stuff as well. So B tier. Next we have cooking, C tier. Cooking is a C tier skill set because okay, it's good if you know cooking, but unless you aspire to be a chef, your cooking doesn't have much value because these days most people are basically cooking because these days most people are purchasing cooked food. Okay, and cooking in and of itself is an attractive thing. I mean, people will still be impressed that you can cook and stuff, but let's face it, like those machines are coming for us. But again, like cooking is not absolutely an obsolete thing these days. Like I know a bunch of my friends who are having to cook their own foods. Seriously, like they're living in hostels and they are having to cook their own foods. I know a bunch of these friends. And so C tier skill, it's not going to make you any money long term or short term, but still it's a good personal thing to know in case you can't in the future afford to buy the cooking machines. Next we have driving, A tier. A tier skill, driving is an A tier skill because long term this could definitely benefit you. I know self driving cars exist, but I also know that there are a lot of situations in which they have been fooled. So they are not a foolproof method yet, at least in third world countries like India, where the roads are not as regulated. I mean, it's easy to put a Waymo in USA where the road is wide and everything is systematic, but come to India, man. The roads you will not be able to predict, and so driving is still a very high value skill in India. Plus you just enjoy driving. Like I, as a person, if you ask me personal opinions, I would place it S tier because I love driving as a hobby as well, and I am hoping to in the future, like it sounds unrealistic, but in the future I want to get into some sort of either go-karting or endurance racing, some sort of professional event as well, because I absolutely love driving. But still A tier because well, it's actually a useful skill. The thing is, if you are completely unemployed, you don't have any degrees, you don't have anything, if you just know driving, you can land a job as a driver somewhere. Okay, and that is why A tier skill, like people still do need drivers, especially in countries like India. Next we have mental health work, S tier. I am genuinely envious of the people who are really good at handling their mental health spaces. Okay, a lot of people are really good at analyzing themselves and meditating and asking themselves questions and doing all that mental health work, and I just can't seem to do it. I just can't seem to care enough about my mental health, which is definitely probably costing some of my productivity, costing me some of the growth that I can have. And I think it's a S tier thing because with the rise of AI, people losing jobs, and the world is going to a doom. There's economies that are absolutely crashing out. Mental health is at an all-time important situation here. Like we need to put more stress on the mental side of things for people. Okay. Next we have fighting, area. Area skill. If you know how to fight, it could be any form of fighting. Okay, it's an absolutely amazing aerobic exercise. You are more secure right now as you're walking through the streets because, well, fighting, and now you can actually defend you and your loved ones. I hope so. And fighting is not an S tier thing because still in India you can't earn a lot of money. You just can't because everyone is busy with cricket. If you play cricket, you're gonna get paid long term. But fighting and all that stuff, you have to go to other countries. And so in India, sitting here in India, I can't put fighting as an STS skill because you don't make any money from fighting in India. You don't make any money. Fighting is not that popular. Boxing, all those sorts of martial art type events. You don't earn any money. No money at all. So ATS skill, but still an ATS skill because like you can get the exercise, you are physically strong, and downstream from it your mental health is better, your social life is better because you are training with brothers, so on and so forth. Like lifestyle just gets so much better. Next we have swimming, B tier skill. If you ask me personally, by the way, I would place swimming as an S tier skill because that's the only sport that I am actually good at. And I love swimming, but I will still put it in B tier because you can't earn money from it. Again, Indian athletic space is just filled with cricket fans. Everyone just wants to look at cricket. That is why you don't see many swimmers in Olympics who are from India. Okay, you don't see many. I think swimming is an absolutely amazing athletic skill that you can develop. It absolutely, like, recent studies are showing how swimming can specifically positively affect your lymph system, which reduces your bloating and absolutely improves the flow of waste materials and outflow of waste materials from your body. You look facially more aesthetic because you don't have any bloating and stuff. Swimming specifically helps with that. And anyways, like, it's really good for your aerobic health. Your heart gets trained, your entire body gets trained, your mind gets trained if you do long distance swimming and stuff. So beat your skill, but at the same time, like, you can't earn any money. In fact, you know what, let me promote it to A tier skill because it's basically the similar to fighting. Like, you get a lot of benefits from swimming, but you just can't earn any money from it. And so do it as a hobby, and do it if you want to stay healthy. That is it. Next, we have marathons, A tier skill. Again, it's the exact same thing. Marathons will strengthen your mind, marathons will strengthen your body, marathons will put you through something which will give you profound knowledge about yourself. Okay, you will finally come to know about your limits, you will finally come to know about what you can achieve, right? And this is so invaluable because I have just run a 5K like last week, and I know 5K is not a very big distance, but for a guy who is untrained, running a 5K, it was tiring and exhausting. Okay, and I learned so much about myself. I just learned that I don't even know my limits because I've just always quit at the first sign of discomfort. And what I need to do to see my limits is just hold on, is just stay still and go through the pain, go through it all. Only then will I actually be able to understand my limits, my potential. And marathon teaches you that. And so, A tier skill. Next, we have consistency, S tier skill. Consistency is an S tier skill. I heard it in Modern Wisdom somewhere. I don't know who said it. I don't know what the context was for saying it, but I think it was Alex Hormozy who was saying it about a seminar where they were listing a bunch of things which you could do to guarantee failure. Okay, if you want to be a failure guaranteed, these are the things that you need to do. And among the points Hormozy mentions, you can't be consistent, because if you are none of the other things, if you are not talented, if you are not specifically intensively hardworking, if you don't have creative ideas, if you don't have your connections, your networks, if you don't have anything, but you are just consistent, if you just show up every single day, you might still accidentally succeed. And this is so powerful because I can see this is concept called compounding. And for compounding effects to take place and see them in real life, you need to show up every single day. That's like the only rule. The only rule is to show up every single day, no days off. The intensity can be lowered to a comically low level. Okay, I don't need to sit down and record and edit like 10 YouTube videos every single day. I could like literally sit here and write half a script, right? That's a comically low level of intensity, but I still show up every single day for the past year. Okay, I started YouTube in April, 1st of April or end of March, till today, 2026 January. I have not skipped a single day of YouTube work, unless I've been on vacation. But still, like, in my mind, I have calculated different ideas and I've noted down them on my Notion. But still, I mean, when I am at home, I have never skipped a single day of showing up. The intensity could be low, the a work output could be zero even, but the input was not zero. I did something, and this is what it takes for success. I have seen people in real life who are just simply consistent, and they're like animals. They're just doing every single thing that they can to find new opportunities and hop on them, or new opportunities and hop on them, like consistently. Okay, I'm not saying that hopping for opportunities it's really a good thing, but the thing is, even if you are consistent in that, okay, usually trend hopping is not a very good thing, but if you just keep trend hopping consistently, eventually one trend will hit and you will become viral. That's just a rule of the world. Like, do so much volume that it becomes unreasonable that you fail. And so this is why consistency is an S tier skill set. It's a skill, by the way. It's not genetic. It's not based on the conditioning and how your parents treated you. No, it's all trainable. It's a skill. Okay, it's a skill. Anyone can be consistent. Anyone. And this is the beauty about consistency, because it makes success accessible to you.